Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first Chesapeake Town Hall. It's March 21st. We're going to do a lot of talking about FRC Championship coming up here soon, but we also have some other goodies in there too. So here's our agenda. Right at the top, we're going to talk about the FTC postseason survey. You all should have gotten that in your inbox earlier today. We're going to go through some championship updates, talk about the venue and the logistics, a couple of things closing out the season, and then we'll conclude talking about next year. All right, so this survey, we sent it out earlier. It's for all the FTC teams, mentors, parents. As you can fill this out and be as detailed as possible, we're going to use this data to help us inform us next year how we can continue to improve and get better, we can make the qualifiers better and make it just overall a more enjoyable season for everyone. So if you can take the survey, it should be in your inbox. If you want to screenshot this, there's a QR code there, or you can go to our bit.ly right there. It's bit.ly/23-FTC-post. As a plug too, I know First Headquarters is sending out a survey at the end of each event for FRC, and we really encourage you to fill those out and give us feedback and how we can continue to do better. We have the feedback from Blacksburg, and it was incredibly helpful and is really shaping how we're thinking about next year and also how we're thinking about the events even this season. So thank you for those who have participated already. Yeah, I encourage you all to take some time and fill those out. I know they're a little bit long, so we really do appreciate it. So updates for us. We have 60 teams that are going to compete at our championship. We currently have 137 active teams. That's teams who have readied up with First. And we saw that 111 of those teams compete this season. So we're feeling good. We're hopeful that next season we'll have some more of those active teams who have readied up, who participate and really help grow our FRC population. We do have 2 events coming up this weekend, and those 2 will determine our rankings. As we all know, we have our 6 Inspire Award winners, no, who will be going on to champs, and then we also have the top 54 ranked teams. If you want to see those rankings, you can go to frc-events.firstinspires.org, and you can see our ranking for the whole season. As a reminder, Impact. Thank you. The Impact Award. They changed it from the chairman and just kind of went out the door. Thank you. As a reminder, we are going to require consent and release forms, just like every event for this event. So make sure that you have those set up. We'll have your head mentor 1 or head mentor 2. We'll check the teams in at pit admin. So please make sure that everyone who is attending does have one of those consent and release forms. And lastly, just a little note, we know everything's a little tight, except for those 4 who already know that they're going to champs. But as soon as you are confirmed, if we can get your meal order form placed, those are live up on the website right now. They'd really, really appreciate it if you can get them in no later than March 30th, just to help them prepare for the weekend. So the venue, we're at Eagle Bake Arena. There's the address there. We're up in Fairfax, Virginia. We're going to begin load-in on April 5th. That's Wednesday, and it's going to be 5 to 8 p.m. During load-in, we're not going to have stands open. So really, it's just to get the robot in, get your pit set up, and hopefully if there's time, get your robot inspected. We find that these work out really nicely if you have a small contingency, a team install group that comes and goes, so we're not bringing 20, 30 people in. It is a tight space. We will have 60 teams in our pit, so please be mindful of that, and it'll be like a well-orchestrated circus loading in and out. We'll continue load-in Thursday morning, so if you don't make it in on Wednesday, there is time Thursday morning, or if you need to set up, if you work right up to the 8 p.m. cutoff on Wednesday, we'll have additional time on Thursday, so feel free to use that too. On this map over here, this area right here is your load-in. All of this parking here, here, and here is event parking, so teams can feel free to park there. Parents, spectators, anyone. If you have trailers, we ask that you park them in this side lot. This is just like last time we were at this arena. And then buses, if you could park them along this far lot here. And we'll have, again, this map is up on the website, so anyone can double check it as they're loading in, and there will be people to help wayfind and everything. While I have this map up, this entrance right here off of this arced parking lot will be the main entrance for the weekend. So zooming in, for our layout, we again will have the field and the pits down on the main floor of the Eagle Bake Arena. This is that entrance that we were talking about. So this will serve as our public entrance. This is also where the championship t-shirt vendor will be. We'll have concessions set up here. And to your left, I believe we'll have the FLL Explore Festival going on. And to your right, we will have Tech Row. You can see down here, this left, it's three-dimensional. So this will, you'll actually enter on the concourse. The loading bay is on the ground floor. But this is where that loading bay is. And that will help us load straight onto the arena and then straight off when we're done. So a couple of stats here for the qualifiers. We're thinking that we're going to average about an 8-minute cycle time. That's going to allow us to play roughly 120 matches or 12 matches per team. In a fairly decent amount of time. It is a chunk of time. On Thursday, we're looking to run about 5.5 hours. On Friday, a full 8, and then on Saturday, 2.5. That means that on Saturday, we're going to start alliance selection before lunch. That way we can get everyone decided, get all the teams ready, and give people some time to pack up if they're going home or strategize if they're going on to the playoffs. And we will start playoffs around 1. We will start award ceremonies around 5. So those are the important dates on Saturday. All of the updated timetables are on the website. So if you go to firstchesapeake.org/FRC/championship, you can go and see that. If anything changes, nothing should change. It will be made there. So that is the master schedule. Everything is based off of that schedule that's on that website there. Okay, so following championship, as we wrap up the weekend, some things to talk about. Advancement, we have 19 champion slots that have been allocated to First Chesapeake. We have 2 of our Impact Award winners who will be going, 3 Dean's List finalists, 2 Engineering Inspiration Award winners, 1 Rookie All-Star Award winner, and 2 Woody Flowers Award finalists. So that's the whole gambit of everyone who's going. A note about the first Impact Award. I think there is maybe some confusion about how that award's decided. That award is decided by the judges on site, and they will be judging against all the teams based on their participation in that event and how their presentations and all that. It is not a geographic-based award, so we are one district. So First Chesapeake covers Maryland, Virginia, and DC. So we'll be sending 2 teams from our district, if that makes sense. Another change this year, it's a change back to the way it was, but transportation. First is no longer providing transportation for the robots to Worlds. So teams will be responsible for making appropriate and timely arrangements to participate. Glenn has been so kind and gotten a quote very quickly for us about how much it would cost to send a robot in a pod. And it looks like it'll be about $2,800 for a 7-foot pod. I know some teams will pool their money and put multiple robots into a little bit larger of a pod. So that's always a strategy. We're always happy to help and talk through some of these strategies and some things. And Glenn will be at championship, and it is a font of knowledge when it comes to shipping pods and robots around the country. So the 2024 venues, we're going to announce our 7 FRC venues and the championship location at closing ceremony on Saturday. That'll be at 5 p.m. on Saturday, April 8th. So highly encourage everyone to stick around. We're super excited to have the venues that we have, and we're really, really excited about the championship location for next year. We are also still looking for venues for FTC. We wanted to do about 12, and we have about 9 right now. particularly we're looking for venues in that DC metro area. That's to me is Northern Virginia, uh, that southern part of Maryland. Anything really in that metro would be really helpful. Owings Mill would be phenomenal. Fairfax, Alexandria, any of those spots would be wonderful. So if you have a team, an FTC team, and you are interested in hosting, please reach out. We would love to talk to you about the possibilities and how beneficial hosting can be to the team and also to the community. So yes, we encourage you to reach out. And now is the time for questions. I hope that there's a lot of questions. I know there is a couple of like one-off things that I've been getting um, back and forth, but we've been dealing with those. But if anyone has any questions right now and they want to reach out, we're happy to take those now. And if not, if there's a burning question that comes to you later, my email is abryant@firstchesapeake.org. So you can always reach out there. We're always happy to help and help clarify as best we can. Okay, well, that's totally fine. As people have questions, I know this is a really busy time right now, and I know 6:30 during the build season is a popular time. So I know a lot of teams are working. If you have questions later after watching this, please feel free to email me or to reach out, and we'll make sure that we get your questions answered. But until then, thank you all for tuning in or watching this in the future. Really appreciate it. We're really excited about championship coming up. Thanks, y'all.